Okay. Oh. This shit is so crazy, man. Like, it's like the Democrats are in their death throes right now. It's like the flight or fight, and they're trying to fight while they're flying away because they can't win a single person on a single topic. You have teachers quitting their jobs because of Democrats. Because they don't want to teach the curriculum. Listen, man. You can think whatever the fuck you want to think. You know what I'm saying? But you will never teach my son about transgender shit in school. I'm sorry. It just ain't happening. Now, if you don't think I won't come up there and bust the teacher in his mouth, you're sorely mistaken. I refuse to have my school teach my son about transgender people. It just ain't happening, y'all. Hello.
Over here? Or were you just walking past?
Yeah, I'm just walking. I'm sure they are, though. Yeah. I did catch your husband one day for an Uber ride.
Oh, there you go.
All right, y'all. See, people from the South, y'all got us fucked up, man. Even the black people in the South, we don't bother each other, man. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. You know what I mean? Black people live in my neighborhood. I don't give a fuck. I'm a single dad of a 14-year-old boy, a 14-year-old son. I'm eventually, probably, I'm gonna be on HUD. I can't work anymore. I'm disabled. And I'm gonna have to live in HUD housing. And do you think I give a fuck about that? No, I don't. Because you want to know why? Because at least I'll have a motherfucking place to live, that's why. With my son. You people up north kill me, man. Y'all quick to scream racism, quick to pull the race card. Wow. Motherfuckers down south, we don't even give a fuck about that bullshit. We don't even talk about that. We don't even talk about that shit. And that just is what it is. Now, if you ever go to prison, that is what it is too. Prison is absolutely split up amongst racial lines. But that is what it is too. We all understand it. I might, no, It's not I might. It has happened several times. I've been at the same camp. I know black guys from the streets, and they're at the same camp as me. And it's just a quick nod here and there. But we both know what time it is, you know what I'm saying? Ain't neither one of us hate each other. It just has to be like that because we're in prison. Just like, even if you're not in a gang and you go to prison and you're white, you will ride with the white boys if there's ever any issues. Or the white boys will fuck your ass up. And by fuck your ass up, I don't mean just beat you up. I mean, they might cash your ticket, all depending on who they send at you. And it's the same thing for the Chicos and the blacks, or the Latinos. It's a tight thing though in Florida prisons because there's not a whole bunch of Mexicans in Florida prisons, and the Puerto Ricans ride with the Bloods. Anyways, I need to get back to what the fuck I was talking about originally. Generally, people in the South ain't racist. Although, people like Jasmine Clark and AOC will try to convince you that it's all race issues and shit like that in the South. Well, we know different. You know what I'm saying? Both sides know different. So, I really hope, man, that in the next election, y'all do away with Jasmine Clark, man. And AOC. I know y'all probably never get rid of AOC. But I think if we can get rid of enough people around her, she'll shut her motherfucking mouth. Because, like Maxine Waters, she won't have any backing. Because, let me tell you right now, if you think for 1 second America will ever, in its life, elect a woman president, and I got suspicions that AOC is an immigrant, so she probably can't run anyways. I believe if you dug far enough, you'd see that she was probably an anchor baby. And they threw all that shit out the window, like, as soon as they started it. And the law is, Bernie, you might need to look into that, bud. I think the law was retroactive. So she can't run for president with you. partner. Listen, one thing I won't ever do is I won't ever lie to y'all, man. I know a bunch of y'all will go back and view my shit later on. I realize that, like, not a lot of y'all motherfuckers will even see my shit until, like, tonight. Or, like, tomorrow. Y'all motherfuckers don't ever watch me live. I don't know why that is. Maybe I'm too wishy-washy about the times that I go on. I don't know. It ain't no big deal. As long as y'all get to hear it and see it. But shit, Florida's always been a red state. It always will be. Well, it wasn't always a red state. Like, way back a long time ago, what was his name? Lawton Childs, maybe? I can't remember the last Democratic governor Florida had. It was the governor right before Jeb Bush. I know that. And then, what's his name? Took it from Jeb Bush. He ain't even try to run. The fuck was his name? Little skinny ass motherfucker. Charlie Crist. Chain Gang Charlie. We used to call him. And then we had finally a good governor that they make the Department of Corrections treat you for sexually transmitted diseases like hepatitis C and things like that. They used to didn't treat you for it. And I swear to God, like 100 days before I went to get out the last time, I done a lot of time the last time. I did 10 years this last time. And about 107 days before I got out, they called me up to medical and said, do you want the cure for hepatitis C? We're offering it now. I was like, well, hell yeah. Who wouldn't? The lady actually looked at me and said, you'd be surprised. And I guess so, man. But you're a fucking idiot. But some people in prison have this conspiratorial mind. And they just think it's all conspiracies and shit. But that's whatever. I got out and went to the health department and had myself checked. And I damn sure don't have it. So that's a good thing. That, what was his name, man? He owned all the hospitals and medical companies in Florida. He's a senator now. Oh, it don't matter. But then we had Ron DeSantis. And I'm going to tell y'all, I voted no on 3 for recreational use of marijuana. I had to though, man. Because, and only because, that law doesn't provide me with the option to grow my own plants if I want to. Other than that, I would have voted for it. But I'm not gonna, see, I have epilepsy, y'all. And the only reason I even smoke marijuana at all is because I have epilepsy. If I didn't have epilepsy, I wouldn't even smoke marijuana, period. But until they provide me with some sort of until the law provides for me to grow my own, I just can't vote yes on it. Thank you. You too. Just like I didn't vote yes on it last time. Because, like I said, Medicaid doesn't cover it. So, I feel like I should be able to grow my own. That's all. Because my Medicaid won't cover the price of my medical marijuana. I mean, I don't understand that. I feel like if you have epilepsy or some sort of serious brain injury, you should be known to the government as a patient that really needs the medication because of epilepsy and seizure disorders and things like that. But I already knew they wasn't going to pay for it. I never had my hopes up that they ever would. I'm just glad that they have that program, because without medical marijuana, I would literally have seizures every day. And that's just a fact. And it sucks to even think about it, man. He said what it does. You have 2 types of epilepsy or seizure disorders that marijuana stops a seizure in. After the stroke, they realize immediately I had epilepsy because the CCU nurse recognized me having one right in the middle of me having one. Evidently, they called it pill rolling motions. I didn't know that. So, what they did was put this fucking shit on my neck and around by my cerebral cortex and on the back of my head and shit like that, and caught me having a grand mal seizure in action. So they caught it on film, which was a good thing for me because I'm trying to get disability. And I keep telling these people I'm having more seizures than I can count. But I sort of got off track and forgot. Maybe I'll hit back up later.